Good evening, guys, and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, it has been a long time since I've done a Sunday vlog and not had a haul involved in it somehow. But today I told you guys we did all of our shopping already, and our total net cost under $100 for everything, which is pretty awesome. But again, because I've been trying to do, I'll have to tell you guys what ended up happening, but I've been trying to do like Walgreens and CVS on Saturday, and then we went and did the other stores on Friday earlier in the day because my dad was home from work on Friday. And this Friday will be the last football game because Jack has got, Jack might be playing for the varsity, or not playing, but at least suited up for the varsity, and so he'll probably go just in case like he gets some time in there at all. But he's practicing with the varsity this week because I told you guys how the other team didn't have a frost-off team, or they ended up not, you know, whatever. They're not playing, so this was the last week of the frost-off game, but there is still one varsity game left. But the school that we're playing does not have the frost-off team. So they asked those kids that played on the team if they did want to come up and practice with the varsity. And so like, especially for a lot of those sophomores, it's a really good idea because they'll be on varsity next year, which is in just a couple months really, since we're playing football in spring right now, and you know, it'll be fall by the time, you know, the next season rolls around. So it's only, like I said, a handful of months away. So which is really weird too, because like, not like really, I mean, they will need to recuperate some, but it's just so weird because it's such a close like time, like, you know, and you know, like football's a very physically demanding sport too, so like to not have as much of a rest like in the off season, because it's April right now, you know, and they start summer camp, you know, in 2 months really, I think in like June or whatever, and then by I think August is when they'll probably play again, so that's like 5 months out or whatever. That seems like not a lot of time, especially for a more physical sport, really not having like any type of rest or anything like that. So that is really weird, you know, like obviously for professional athletes and everything like that, like that is a really weird thing to sort of even comprehend too, like to not have like I think hockey, I believe the NHL has the shortest like off season, but like for teams that don't make the playoffs, obviously it's longer, you know, like, and that's the same with any sport, but you know, if you do wind up making it like the 3 years that the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup, you know, they obviously had a shorter off season than most of the other teams. And so I think that that's right, because I think hockey ends in like the summer, and it goes until, or it starts up in like fall or something like that, but I do believe that it has one of the shortest, like as far as professional sports go. But like, again too, like you have to think like, you know, if you don't wind up going to like postseason in a sport like that, then you do wind up having actually more time to, you know, rest, and very physical sports and stuff like that as well, you have more time then. So, yeah, it's like I said, a little bit of a weird thing, just the seasons both being so close to each other this year, because our football season ended up again getting pushed back because of COVID, so they didn't do it over fall last year, but they ended up doing it over spring of this year. So anyways, guys, I forgot where I was going with all of that. I don't remember what I started off with, but oh yeah, I guess that we don't have a grocery haul or anything like that. But after this, I'm probably gonna maybe even stick to the same sort of like style, or you know, sort of the same days that I've been doing the shopping and everything like that, like the Friday and Saturday, and then that's really it. Like maybe do Sunday, but like I don't know, because then too, like once we're able to sort of like go back to and do church services again, we'll most likely wind up going to the physical service, because like right now, like this morning, me and my dad actually ended up running out to Starbucks, got coffee a half an hour before the service started. Like we wouldn't be able to do that or get back in time and then switch gears and be like, okay, now we have to go to, you know, the grocery stores, or come back from the grocery stores and go out to church or whatever. Too, I wouldn't have enough time to like do my videos or anything like that. Like I'd have to be up at the crack of dawn, and the stores don't even open that early to be able to really get there before the service starts. So that's why I'm sort of, like I said, am liking this. And so far too, now that I've done these hauls at so far Walgreens and CVS on Saturday, I haven't had any problems with anything not working. And it's nice too because everything is tagged. Now guys, what ended up happening though yesterday was I jumped on my CVS app last night because I actually wanted to just sort of, I went on Walgreens too just to check to see like, oh, what deals are coming up in, you know, for next week's sales. I didn't see a whole ton going on at CVS, but as I was going through it, all of a sudden I was like, I looked and I didn't see it say that I had my extra bucks. I realized that I totally forgot to add the extra bucks to my card, so my $12 in extra bucks that I earned last week all ended up expiring, because they expire after a month once they're loaded to your card. But if they're not, then you only have 1 week. You have 1 week to load them to your card, and I think a month in total to redeem them, like from when you first earn them. I think that that's what it is. But anyways, I forgot to do it, and then at 1 o'clock last night, so I was laying in bed, like I said, I was just sort of like looking over that, and I was like, I can't believe it. If I would have just checked it like an hour earlier, I could have loaded those, but I forgot. So we do have the Care Pass, the $10 extra buck that I should get back at the end of, or the beginning of the month, next month, which also stings. But like I said, at least for next week, I didn't see that much that was going on. So I was like, you know what, it'll stink that I wind up, like I said, forgetting, you know, that I didn't load those and that I lost them. But I will for sure have another extra buck that's coming back that sort of, you know, makes up for the fact that I lost all that, which, like I said, $12 isn't a huge ton of money, but it is a pretty good amount, and I am just very upset that I totally forgot about that and didn't even bother. Like, it didn't cross my mind either too, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to CVS. I didn't even think like, oh, I have to load those back to my card. The weird thing is though that last week I thought it said, oh, you have a bonus day or something like that still to, like, I don't know, it was like worded really weird, like, oh, you can still load these to your card or something like that. And I was like, because last week I actually thought that the ones I had earned from the week prior had expired, or were going to, because of when I earned them, I think. Like, it was like Sunday, but then I didn't go until the Saturday or something like that. Maybe that was why it was okay. I thought that they would have expired by the time last week that I ended up loading them to my card, but it still said I had a day left. And so, but I don't remember entirely. I thought that that's what it was. I mean, I guess because I did go on Saturday last week, so it would have been, no, it wouldn't have been. I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm tired. But I remember thinking like, oh, I have to make sure that I get these like loaded to my card on Saturday, or I could have done them on Sunday, and I was like, and I still would have been okay. So I don't know why I just, like I said, sort of spaced out and forgot to do it. So anyways, guys, yeah, also too, it's like 1 o'clock, and I was ready for bed a long time ago, and then me and my mom got to talking, and now I'm exhausted, and we stayed up too late. I was ready for bed actually at 10 o'clock. I finished my German lesson, was coming in here, my mom was like, I have to ask you something, and then, oh my goodness, guys, yeah, it is now 1 o'clock, and I'm still not in bed yet. But we ended up, I told you guys too, we did like our pasta bar sort of thing, sort of celebrating like Matthew and his, Jack and Matthew's girlfriend's birthday, because their birthdays actually both on the same day. So my mom sort of decorated yesterday. Jack actually made a cake and decorated it. And then we ended up doing like the pasta bar I told you guys about as well, and all that kind of stuff. So that was sort of our day today, and we also had the church service in the morning. But, and me and my dad went and got Starbucks before that. But other than that, we didn't end up doing a whole ton today. And on top of that too, I was so exhausted. But like, I woke up not real early. I woke up around like 9 o'clock. And I went to bed actually at a decent time, I felt like last night. Like maybe possibly just a little bit after 1 o'clock. Because I know I checked. That's when I saw my extra bucks were expired. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. So I don't know if there's a way to like get them back and all that stuff, but I'm sort of just like, I'll just, you know, like I know that my Care Pass $10 is going to come very shortly anyway. I mean, I guess it's a couple of weeks out, but there wasn't a ton that I saw this week that I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So I don't have to be super worried about anything like that and missing out on any of the deals. And if I do see a couple things that I'm like, oh, I do actually want to go and do that, I still can. So anywho, guys, I'm gonna go take a shower now, finally get to bed. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.